Hey guys, what's up? It's Trunks, and I'm coming at you guys today with some Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 10 3-star action. We're going to go ahead and get into the replays. The first one's going to be from BNZ. He's going to come in with the Queen Charge and the brand new loons that have been out. They've just been wrecking for us and giving our Town Hall 10s a chance to actually succeed on the Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 10 triples. So I'm going to go ahead and bring you these. All these bases were previously scattered before, which helps out big time when you're going for the Town Hall 10 triple. As you can see, he starts off with that loon in the corner to go ahead and take out that troll Tesla, and then he's just going to come in with the healers on his queen. He's going to get a few of those minions down to get rid of some of the trash buildings on the outside, so that way his queen just gets wedged right into this base. He's then going to send in the wall breakers once the point defenses are all locked onto that queen, and that queen is just basically going to work her way right into the core of this base. No Infernos are going to be able to touch her, and she's going to be able to get in, take out some of these key objectives like the queen, the air defenses, and the clan castle. He gets the rage down when that queen's health starts getting a little bit beat up, and she has multiple point defense on her. Gets that poison down before that clan castle comes out, so that way the queen is slowed down, and then gets a rage on the queen, so that way she is able to stay up while she's working through the enemy heroes and that enemy clan castle. He's then going to drop a few wall breakers down on the bottom, so that way he can open that up and just send in his Barb King to take out some of those additional point defenses that are right there on the bottom. The queen's still working though. Gets through that CC, gets through the enemy queen, and then when the Barb King steps up, he's going to go ahead and pop the ability to make sure that he's able to have that queen stay at full health. She's going to work on that next air defense, and then she's basically going to work her way over to that cannon and then continue her walk around the upside of the base and just start working on cleaning up some of the trash. He gets that Barb King in there, takes out that Archer Tower, and then basically starts with the La Loon portion. Brings the Hound furthest from the first air defense, so that way it attracts the Wizard Tower and gets any of those troops. And then he's just going to get a haste down, so that way he's able to get into that first Inferno Tower really quick. Brings in a second Hound, so that way it is tanking on that air defense, so when the first one pops, there's still defense there. And then he's going to come with a Max Hound out of the clan castle, and then he just has his balloons trailing right up that side of the base. The Wizard Tower locks on at the bottom to the additional loons that he brings in, but at this point there's too many going in. He has a Rage and a Freeze for the backside of the base, so he's able to get into that splash damage and that Inferno Tower. As you can see, the queen is still working on the top side as she's walking around the base, already working on the cleanup. He's going to have the lava pups in the core of the base, and then he has a few cleanup troops on the bottom side. He's got a Rage in hand as he's coming into the end of the base, which he's just basically going to drop, I believe here at the end, swag it, but he goes ahead and puts it where the loons will pass through and help with that additional cleanup. But he just basically demolishes this base. As you can see, he's got an unpopped Hound and a bunch of loons left on the cleanup. The next recap that we are going to take a look at is going to be from Spartacus coming up against Floatin'. He's going to bring in some more of kind of the same action coming in with the La Loon on the backside, but he's going to start off with one Golem, and then he's just going to get a few Wizards down on the top side, and it was already scouted, so he knew there was a Tesla right there on that side of the base, so he's going to get a few Hogs in on that Tesla to go ahead and take it out, so that way none of his troops redirect. And then he's just basically going to wall breaker that wall open, and then get both of his heroes to go inside. His objective is to get that air defense, the queen, the clan castle out, and then the sweeper. A Hound comes out of the clan castle as well as a balloon, which isn't going to affect his air portion of the raid too much, so he's doing pretty good on that one. Barb King gets in there, takes out that queen, and then he pops the ability to guarantee that he's going to get that sweeper and that air defense down, and then the queen is working on the top side of the base. And then he just basically starts his La Loon portion. He comes in with two Hounds to the first air defense, and then trickles loons around the outside with some haste to get them into the big point defenses that he needs to. And then he's just going to come with a third Hound out of the clan castle, a Rage in the core of the base to get the balloons over to that Inferno Tower and air defense on the bottom side. And then he's just going to bring in some more balloons on the back side, gets a heal down where there's some splash damage, and then he's going to get that rage down, so he is able to get up to that last air defense with those balloons relatively quick. He has the Hounds popping, so that way they have the pups on the cleanup. And then he's basically got that Inferno Tower, which isn't going to be able to take out that massive swarm of loons that are coming into it. Him having that last expo on ground probably costed him this raid. If he had that on air, it could have been a different story. But then basically he gets the cleanup troops down around the outside of the base, and then he has the balloons working on the cleanup of the heavy hit point buildings on the storages, but basically wrecks this base. As you can see, once again, he's going to have a good portion of balloons left over in the end. And then we're going to take a look at one more replay. It's going to be coming from Omega. He's coming in on Hoodrat, and he's going to change it up a little bit as well, but he's got pretty much the same idea of coming on the backside with the Laloon. He's going to get 2 baby dragons down to go ahead and take out some of that outside trash and do a little bit of tanking. And then he's going to get his Barb King down with his queen behind it to go ahead and take out that outside trash. And then he's just going to sneak in some wall breakers to get that wall open, and then he'll have some Valkyries that he's going to bring in. So that way he's able to get in, take out that queen, and then he's going to be able to deal with the clan castle and take out that air defense that is right there. But as you can see, his group gets in there, takes out the objectives they're supposed to, and then he is able to start the Laloon portion. He's going to come with a Hound from the 3 o'clock area with some balloons behind it, and then he's just basically got enough haste and rage spells. That way he's going to be able to muscle through the sweeper that's down there. He's got 2 Hounds on that bottom air defense, and then he's able to get into that Inferno tower. Since it is a lower level Inferno, it's not going to do as much damage. And then he has a massive amount of balloons just circling around this base. And he's got a 3rd Hound that comes out of the clan castle on the top side of the base. And then he's just basically going to get that freeze down early on that Inferno tower to make sure that it is not affecting any of his balloons. And then he's going to get a rage spell to get up to that last air defense relatively quick. And at this point, he's basically on a cleanup. He's got a few pups and minions that are working on that Lava Hound, and they are going to actually pop it. But in the end, he's got too many balloons and too many lava pups still on the cleanup of this base for it to actually do anything. So as you can see, he's basically, once again, as the similar other fashion, he's got a ton of balloons left in the end, and he's got a ton of pups working to clean up this base. So he's basically just going to absolutely smash it. But that's going to take care of the recap for today, guys. So if you guys would like, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the bottom. But until next time, guys, this is Trunk signing out.